Today I'm going to try Bubble for the first time after using FlutterFlow for 3 years. Bubble and FlutterFlow, they're like Mercedes-Benz and BMW. Let me explain. I remember sitting in this beautiful co-working space in Paris, and there was this tech bro sitting next to me. We started talking and he told me he was running a successful SaaS business entirely on Bubble, and he was not interested in migrating anywhere. He was making real revenue, had a stable product, and the app was scaling pretty well. I've seen $1 million companies continue using Bubble for their web apps. So let's create our very first project. I'll name it Typeform Clone. And the rules for this video is that I'm not going to jump into this one completely clueless. Bubble crash course. I should probably create some crash courses too. Okay, I'll watch this guy and come back to you. And as I was watching the video, my confidence level was really high. Bubble.
How hard can it be?
And at some point, the guy just flipped a switch and didn't explain anything and just went through the project. Now I kinda understand how you guys feel when I go through something too fast. I won't do that anymore. No promises though. I wanted a simple but balanced challenge. So we are going to create a Typeform clone, which I created in FlutterFlow a couple of years ago and published a tutorial about it. Man, time flies. Based on my very extensive research on ChatGPT, I now know that Bubble creates apps with HTML, CSS, and JS. That helps a lot with ASO and the speed of the web app. So far, I think the pricing plans are fair, especially after the pricing change dilemma that happened with FlutterFlow. On FlutterFlow, from the beginning, I had an unfair advantage. I knew Flutter very well, so I started building UIs and workflows very fast. But on Bubble, I don't have that. And the UI doesn't help. I hate the UI.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
So what I think about it? The UI looks bad. All the empty spaces, the ugly white and gray, I don't like it. We have containers. Repeating group seems like list view. Pop-up, I don't know how to use that. And the rest seems really confusing. I didn't know where to start from, but I realized I can pay my old project a visit. Wow, dark mode. It looks really nice. So we only have 2 pages. One is homepage and the other is questions. On homepage, we just have this text, a button, and another text. And on questions page, we have a list view. So, do we have a list view on Bubble? Let's ask ChatGPT. We just have to do the conditional visibility thing. We don't have a page view on Bubble. Okay, I'll do that later on. Let's try to create our homepage. I suppose we have to go to style. Look, I almost clicked on the style variable spot. The UI. I hate the UI. I still have no idea how this thing works. Style variables. Okay. I'm going to change primary 10. I know I have to change the background color, but I didn't. Finally, I've done a thing.
It's so difficult not to look smug at this point.
Now we are going to do some design. And the only useful thing that I learned from that video was that fixed container layout sucks and we have to change it to column or row. And we need text, a row, and they're all in a column. So let's add that. And back to centering things. Oh, okay, nice. I'm happy. One step closer. We'll have a button here and a text over here. And as I was building the UI, how do I give it some padding? Oh, margins. I noticed that it has margins. FlutterFlow's terminology got it wrong. It's using paddings, but it's actually margins. Container alignment. Oh, okay. No! I hate this floating thing. What is this? Come on, be somewhere. Hey you, the pro Bubble user. You might be used to this, but this is not a good solution. I'm gonna say it again and again. And I wanted to change the color over here, but how am I supposed to know the color name? I have to hover over it, wait for it, and see the color name. This is not that great. I tried to match the fonts, but they don't. It doesn't matter that much. Oh, look at it. It looks familiar. I'm feeling the dopamine rush. I hate this. And you cannot export the code on Bubble, which is a big deal for a lot of people, and for some it's not. But I like having the ability to export code, how useless the code might look like. And if you want a video about explaining the code FlutterFlow exports, let me know. Alright, we have some basic UI. Now we can go to the workflow editor, which actually looks a lot like FlutterFlow's. I like it. And now we are thrown back to our page view dilemma. It doesn't have a page view, so I think I need to implement the conditional visibility thing. As you can see, I'm reusing a lot of my FlutterFlow knowledge over here. So can I wrap things together? Yeah, with a fixed container, row container, or a column container. Alright, now how do I use page states? Back to ChatGPT. But this time it failed us. No way, come on, that's impossible. It didn't answer correctly, so I had to go to the official documents. And even there, I couldn't figure out how to add a new state. But I ended up over here, where they have video tutorials, which is awesome. And now I can see it's pretty easy to use. It's called custom states on Bubble. So I created 2 sample questions that have a text field, and a button. And when we click on the button, we want to change the custom state. And over here, we have this value field, which is a bit confusing. Is it like something I can do logic in, or do I just put text in it? I'm so lost over here. It's interesting approach. I can't say if it's good or bad, but it's basically like having inline functions all the time in your value section. So we'll do questions page index +1. Does that really work? That's something. I like it. Okay, now that we have widget state figured out, I don't want to give up on page view. So I tried to find a way again, but I couldn't. I just ended up over here, over on plugins, and it's a weird place. They charge you $10 for this? Are you guys really paying for these plugins? How much? Like, I can see $5, but is it actually a thing? Now that we have state management figured out, we're going to add the conditional visibility stuff, so it will show up based on our custom state. If custom state is 0, show the first question, and if the custom state is 1, show the second question. And on the second question, I'm gonna change it to what's your name, and over here, instead of going to the next question, we have to do some database stuff. I'm going to create a new table named answers, and we can see Bubble has its own AI shenanigans, generate data types. And the first field is name, and the second field is email. So now we can go back to our workflow editor and create a new row. That was easy. Again, I have to say, I like the workflow editor. And this is actually where Bubble wins. It has SQL database, it has backend workflows. This way, it's a lot easier for the normal user to create an actual secure app. So far, it used a lot of my brain power to create this dummy app. So let's do our very first test. Start. Oh my god, the conditional visibility does not work. And I think what I got wrong was I needed to add 2 conditions, one for when it's visible and one for when it's not visible. And we can test the fix instantly. I love the instant reloads. This is a fundamental difference between having HTML and CSS behind and having Flutter. Flutter has to finish its build, but HTML CSS does not. Now, if I fill in the form and click finish, we should be able to see the results on the database. Oh, they don't show up, but I'm feeling kind of lost right now. And it wasn't my fault, but I started troubleshooting. Maybe I have to go to the privacy settings and define a new rule. No, it doesn't seem like it. So my troubleshooting steps were like this. I was checking if the API call was getting blocked, if there are some security rules I need to set up. If, I don't know, my workflow is broken, I tried everything, but it was working the entire time. If I figure this thing out, I'm gonna be so happy.
2 hours later.
Oh my god. I cannot believe myself. It was working the entire time. I assumed an app like Bubble after this many years, when you go from like the design tab and come back to the database tab, it refreshes the data, but it doesn't. Hey, we finally have something that looks okay. And final thoughts, Bubble felt kind of like Windows. You know, it has a lot of history, it has a lot of features, great products have been built on top of it, but it feels bloated, it feels ugly. And I would say FlutterFlow still absolutely wins on the mobile side, but on web, Bubble has an edge, since it's using the good old HTML and CSS. And also, Bubble has their own version of AI drama, where they abandoned the main product and started adding AI to Bubble. FlutterFlow just abandoned the entire product. I hope that changes soon. So thank you for watching this video to the end. If you like to see other comparison videos, let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. Our channel really needs it right now. See you in the next one.